With worries around a potential second peak and how quickly the economy is going to recover, it's reasonable that people may well be reluctant to get involved in big capital projects at the moment. So what can you do that can save you a little bit of money in between times that cost you virtually or completely zero? So here's a couple of tips from me, and then I'm going to ask you guys to comment below in order to put forward some of your own suggestions around things that you can do. So one thing that I often think about is when I'm refilling a boiler from cold, perhaps to bring it back into service, maybe just after a weekend or something like that, the water level in that boiler is perhaps a little bit low, but so long as the alarms aren't going, that's fine. We can just recover the water level just above the alarm point, get the burner on, and because we're there all the time, it doesn't really matter that the pump's not running. We're going to experience some expansion, the water level will fill that glass back up, and before you know it, you're back up somewhere near normal working level, and you're able to put the boiler into service without having to do significant amounts of blowdown, which obviously puts fresh water that you've chemically treated and heated down the drain. A second thing that people might want to look at is the TDS control on your boiler. Now, we bandy around a figure of 3,500 parts per million quite a lot for Shell boilers. Now, that's true of modern gas and oil-fired boilers. It's not true when it comes to solid fuel boilers. Solid fuel boilers are much larger. So if you have an old boiler, perhaps it's been converted from solid fuel, perhaps it's still solid fuel, or perhaps your boiler's been derated, so it no longer has the size of burner on it that it used to do when you first bought it, so it's now, I don't know, maybe doing half the output that it originally did, then that 3,500 parts per million figure is no longer valid. And you can actually run your boiler potentially with much higher dissolved solids. Maybe 5, 6, 8,000 would not be unreasonable. So I would say today, pick up the phone, talk to the original manufacturer of your equipment, talk to your water treatment specialist, and if there's no objection, get your risk assessment updated. And with a quick few taps on your TDS controller, you're saving yourself money today. Now, it's over to you guys. What can you think about that is completely free or near free? So I don't want to hear about fitting variable speed drives and economizers and digital burner controls and all those things. They're perfectly legitimate expenses, just not for what we're trying to do here. We're looking at something that people can do right now to save themselves money that costs nothing more than a bit of your time.